To create the second box, the second slider box on a screen, involves a lot of copying and pasting of code. So let's go into the code view and talk about what code is here already. So hopefully it'll make more sense when we start copying and pasting. I'm up at the top of my page that starts with the CSS. So what I see here is the CSS first for the original slider box. And we've looked at this a little bit, but it had a width and a height attribute set to it, both of which we could change, a background color, and it has absolute positioning. And as I talked about in the last video, it starts out with a negative value, and that's how you get the effect of it sliding onto the screen. If I changed it just to 200 by 200, it would just be right on the screen. It has a z-index of 300, and that's a higher number, obviously, than the z-index of 1 that we set for our other two AP elements that are on the page. And that's why this one shows up on top of these other two AP elements. So these AP elements are the ones that we just inserted, and we're really just using them to hold some pictures. If I scroll down, I'm now in the JavaScript language. I'm still, by the way, above my body tag, so this is all the script language. First thing I see here, this tells me that this is a JavaScript function and that it's a function that's being applied to the original slider box, and has this class slide2 and a transition, which means it's kind of like its speed in which it's going to move across the screen, and its location. And what's important just to see as I move down here, that there are all these functions, and the functions keep calling for the slider box. So they're calling for something with an ID of slider box. Now these functions are specific to the particular buttons that we already have on our page. So the center page button, for example, has a function, and it's going to be applied to the slider box, and this is what the function is. It says move the slider box to the top center and left center. Next one is for the center container button that's within the slider box, and to move it also to the top center and left center. And then as we move down, we see the right bottom container, and that's applied to the slider box, and move it to the right 20 pixels, bottom 20 pixels. The last one's the center bottom of the page. We move it left to the center and bottom 200. Then our script ends.